Canadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
I want to be free as can be.
They say that freedom is the ability to fully experience life. The GUT Credit Union is giving you the freedom to choose. Get a loan for any purpose, whether it's consolidating your debt, buying a vehicle, owning your home, back to school, or a dream vacation. We offer competitive rates with terms and payments that fit your lifestyle. Call 440-1354. Email loans@gutcu.com or visit go.gutcu.com/freedom to start enjoying your life, your money, your way. Promotion ends September 30th, 2022. Special conditions apply. More freedom, more choices. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
This is Network News for Thursday, August 18, 2022. In the headlines, 4 men accused of multi-million-dollar drug trafficking committed to stand trial and granted bail. 4 trainees in Harbour Master fracas released. Infrastructure Minister discusses financing for health and education projects in Carriacou with CDB officials. In around the globe regionally, opposition party in Jamaica worried that schools are not ready for new school year. Internationally prominent Muslim leader among dozens killed in Kabul blast. And in the sports news, Roma Frank and Stefan Abraham off on football trials in Spain. Stay with us. We'll be back in a while.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue. Available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening, I'm Kenroy Baptiste with Network News. 4 men charged in connection with one of the largest drug busts of the Royal Grenada Police Force have been committed to stand trial at the High Court. Here's what we can tell you. An operation conducted by police in Harveyville, Carriacou on October 31, 2019 resulted in the recovery of 416 kilos of cocaine, which carry an estimated street value of $41,600 EC dollars. Police later recovered one AR-15 rifle believed to be connected to the drug bust. As a result, Shurkan Yildirim, a French national, along with Damien Francis, Nicholas Noel, and Kieran Noel, all of Harveyville, Carriacou, were charged with trafficking in a controlled drug and conspiracy to trafficking in a controlled drug. Nicholas Noel and Kieran Noel were also charged with handling a controlled drug and possession of an illegal firearm. An additional charge for possession of a controlled drug was laid against Damien Francis. All charges laid or indictable. Bail set for the accused is as follows. Damien Francis, Nicholas Noel, and Kieran Noel were granted bail in the sum of $250,000 EC dollars with 2 sureties each. Shurkan Yildirim was granted bail in the sum of $350,000 cash with other conditions. Now, Infrastructure Minister Dennis Cornwall has been discussing future financing for health and wellness infrastructure projects, as well as TAMCC 6 Roads Campus project during a visit with Caribbean Development Bank officials in Carriacou. We get the rest in this report.
The Caribbean Development Bank is being encouraged to consider financing 2 additional projects in Carriacou and Petit Martinique: a health and wellness infrastructure project and development of the T.A. Marshall Community College 6 Roads campus. These were discussed as possible future projects when Minister for Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation Andy Williams paid his first official visit to Carriacou. He was part of a team that included officials from the Caribbean Development Bank, led by Acting Division Chief of the CDB's social sector, Dr. Martin Baptiste. One of the main areas of possible future CDB funding being examined is a health and wellness infrastructure project, which will seek improvement not just in infrastructure, but also in equipment and other areas. Dr. Baptiste said the CDB is doing some preparation and appraisal for the project for approval at the end of this year.
The request the bank received earlier this year was to support a health strengthening project as part of the COVID response, with funding that the bank received from the European Investment Bank. And Grenada requested $10 million of support to assist with the health and wellness sector, focused mainly on procuring much needed state-of-the-art modern equipment to provide quality health services, but also to look at some infrastructure upgrades, to look at storage rooms, but to see how in fact the ministry would be able to use the resources to expand the suite of services to make healthcare not just affordable but also of the highest quality.
In addition, CDB assistance is also being sought for the development of the T.A. Marshall Community College 6 Roads campus. Dr. Baptiste said they await a request from government, and once that request is made, the CDB will support.
We have in fact, based on the Ministry of Education's request, included support to assist with the next wave of support for TAMCC expansion and development.
He said the CDB support for TAMCC, Carriacou and Petit Martinique is digitalization.
There is an amazing opportunity to use technology so that students who are in Carriacou and Petit Martinique can access the full suite of TAMCC programs by not having to relocate physically to the mainland for every program that they wish to do. So we're keen to see how we can help the ministry to build that out, to make sure that the access to tertiary education is in fact affordable and persons can in fact do the programs that they are interested in terms of their own personal and professional development.
Minister for Carriacou and Petit Martinique Affairs and Local Government, Tevin Andrews, said the TAMCC Development Initiative is a high priority for government, which wants to enhance the learning opportunities that are available for students on the Sister Isles. Charian Blackman-Stephen, GBN News.
Meanwhile, Minister for Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation Andy Williams says government will be moving towards posting an employee from his ministry in Carriacou to supervise the projects there.
The time is counting down for completion of Bishop's College rehabilitation project in Carriacou. The Caribbean Development Bank is the financier behind the project. Acting Division Chief of the CDB's social sector, Dr. Martin Baptiste, visited the project with a team surveying the ongoing project.
The works are just about completing to allow for the site to be prepared for school within the first term of the next academic year. And so we're hopeful that once the works continue with some measure of urgency and discipline, that as soon as the works are completed, the school would be able to resume operations here.
Minister Williams said his responsibility is to ensure that Bishop's College is readied at the soonest possible time so students can return to school. He said that the meeting with contractors is to implement timelines and ensure contractors are held accountable. His intent to ensure this happens is to have someone from his ministry placed in Carriacou to supervise projects.
To have a chat with Tevin Andrews because it is important for MIT, Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation, to have someone here in Carriacou who can monitor the projects, because MIT role is to ensure that projects are being handled right, on a timely manner. So if we're in Grenada and projects are taking place in Carriacou, it's kind of difficult to monitor them because we have to monitor the implementation stage of projects and ensure that contractors meet their timeline.
Bishop's College Rehabilitation Project was started by former Minister Kenroy Stewart, who gave a completion timeline of March 2022. The project is valued at $10.8 million. Cherian Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
Other news, the 4 Trinidadians convicted in Grenada for the assault on world javelin champion Anderson Peters were each fined $5,500 EC on Wednesday morning. By noon, fines for all 4 had been paid and they were released from police custody. Harbour Master Captain Noel Cooper told CNC3 his story in this report.
These individuals were asked repeatedly. It was almost as if we had to beg them to depart the vessel. However, they weren't too pleased with that, and statements were made immediately, continuously, to us, slurs such as expletives. They attacked our nationality.
Noel Cooper captains the Harbour Master Party boat. He is one of 4 Trinidadians now convicted in Grenada for the assault of national athlete Anderson Peters. All 4 were fined $5,500 Eastern Caribbean dollars each, or around 14,000 TT dollars. Thanks to their employers, their fines were paid and they were released by noon today. Cooper says this brawl started because Peters and his crew wanted to stay on the vessel for its next event after a party last Wednesday.
If they were interested in attending the other sailing, they would have to deal with the promoter. However, once the cruise is over, once the vessel is docked alongside, the music is cut off, the cruise is over. And once the cruise is over, you are expected to exit the vessel because you have no reason to be on the vessel after that.
He believes the incident was blown out of proportion, but says he holds no ill will against Peters or Grenada. Cooper says despite the public sentiments against them there, he and his crew were treated extremely well by officers of St. Paul's police station, where they were being held. He says he will not pursue charges against Peters.
I have since have a change of heart. Everything worked out well. Thanks be to God. He worked it out. Indeed he did. And, let bygones be bygones.
Cooper could not say what was the status of the civil claim against him, the crew, and the owners of the vessel. Charlene Rampasad, CNC3 News.
This is Network News. Still ahead from us, community nutritionist Akim Williams cautions men to make better health choices. Stay with us.
Get ready to win with the all-new Supermarket Sweep, the Back-to-School Edition. On Saturday, September 3rd, be at Tantine Playing Field from 2 p.m. Take part in our fun and exciting games and get a chance to win one of 24 $350 hampers or one of 26 bonus hampers valued up to $100, plus 50 school bags, a total of 100 giveaways. We've also got live entertainment and a bouncing castle for the kids. Tantine Playing Field comes alive on September 3rd. This is your chance to win. It's the Supermarket Sweep Back to School Edition, a game for we.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. First, make a family disaster plan and ensure that everyone in your household is familiar and comfortable with it. Remember to add batteries and flashlights to your emergency kit. Now, for electrical safety. Familiarize yourself with your electrical panel, as it may be necessary to switch off the power during a storm or flood. Make sure you install a transfer or isolation switch to prevent your generator feeding electricity to Grenlec's line. If trees are too close to power lines, call Grenlec at 237 for advice. By following these easy steps, you will be well on your way to being hurricane ready. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
I want you to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath and relax yourself. Take another deep breath and relax it, and relax it. Eliminate violence.
My name is Mikita Williams, and I've been a member of Ariza for over 10 years. And what I like most about Ariza Credit Union is that they are reliable, they are very professional, and their customer service is top rank. Over the years, Ariza has helped me to be a better saver. It has helped me to acquire small loans and to do various personal business and to just be comfortable. I chose to become a member because I was influenced highly by my mom. She played a great part in my life, and her relationship with Ariza was very good. They treated her well, and I really wanted to be a part of something great as that. Being a member of Ariza has really helped me to feel as though I'm a part of a family, something greater. Congratulations, Ariza, on 75 years of transforming the lives of all Grenadians.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
We're back. The Public Workers Union is promising to look into the conduct of the principal of the T.M. Community College. Union representatives spoke openly of the ongoing plight of workers and the failure of the principal of the institution to properly address it. More in this Christina John report.
If you are placed in a position, or if you accepted a position to lead a negotiations team in Grenada, after assuming the office of principal, we expect you to be well equipped to do so, because you are well paid to do so. So all the excuses that we have heard about him being new and not familiar, none of that can wash. And if you are not competent, then you need to go.
Public Relations Officer of the Public Workers Union, Daisy Hazard, directing her message to the principal of the T.A. Marisho Community College. The PWU promises to look into the deportment of the TAMCC principal. Hazard says the industrial matter of the college workers has been badly handled.
What we are willing to do is to examine that gentleman on the basis of his conduct. And his conduct has been reprehensible. His conduct has defied any kind of conduct that we have seen in my short tenure in this union in the way that people conduct themselves in industrial situations. He has had and demonstrated no care, little care, none whatsoever for the workers who have been out there for 3 months.
She accused the head of the institution of painting a false narrative of what's really taking place at the college re-industrial actions and reaching an amicable settlement.
And so when the principal sends, not to the union, not to the workers who are directly involved, but to all and sundry, and all, you type an email and you hit all, and you send it out to the public and you indicate July 19th that industrial relations at the college is going ahead full speed and we are managing it to a resolution, that was untrue. And that was wrong because your relations was being conducted with us. And we should have known before you tried to say to the public that there was smooth industrial relationships. And if that was the case, we would know. And so we want to say, Mr. Brunton, stop going out there in the press, in the media, and painting this rosy picture that does not exist.
Hazard says they will not accept workers being denied their pay slips by their employer, something they are entitled to.
We have been asking for this since June, 14th? We had commitment from the principal, Mr. Brunton, to come back to us 2 days later, Friday. We gave him a grace period and we say, come back to us on Monday. On Monday, he asked for Tuesday. Reluctantly, we were told. On Tuesday, he asked for Wednesday, and Wednesday has never come. Up to now, the workers of the college are asking for their slips. What am I going to be paid retroactively? What am I going to be paid in my increases? Over what period of time?
She calls on government to intervene.
MCC is a mess of prolonged, unresolved issues. Those issues are not going to go away overnight. Those issues are not going to be solved overnight. But while those issues are being worked on, our workers cannot be denied the right to knowing on paper from the employer what their increase is, what their money business is. It is their right. And so we cannot wait any longer. We are asking the administration, we are asking the government, we are asking the Minister for Education to have this resolved.
GBN attempted to reach TAMCC's principal for a response to the accusations. However, that proved futile. Christelina John, GBN News.
The story to report Spice Mass 2022 has been dubbed a success by Spice Mass Corporation. However, the overall product could have been better had it not been for some uncontrollable hiccups.
A week has elapsed since Grenada hosted Spice Mass 2022. Chairman of Spice Mass Corporation, Ali Gill, dubbed the staging of the festivities a success despite organizational hiccups. Gill said the somewhat last-minute decision to host the carnival, coupled with other contributing factors beyond the corporation's control, affected the success of this year's festivities, having opted for Plan B of Spice Mass coming off the heels of a COVID-19 outbreak. He explained how restrictions affected the product.
Ordered a Spice Mass, we embarked upon some serious merchandising for Spice Mass 2022, and we only received the goods on Carnival Friday, basically. And the idea was that, for instance, was to print all of our merchandise in Grenada, ensuring that we give our local guys the work, the job creation, creative industry creation to print all of the caps, the jugs, the mugs, the t-shirts and whatnot in Grenada. And we only received the Carnival Friday. Up to no fault of ours, it was just so difficult with the chain of supply restrictions. One, the pandemic. Two, the Russian-Ukraine war. We had stuff in Miami like been there for about a month and not been able to get it shipped to Grenada.
Fancy Mass band Summer Cruise Bobby Steele agreed that tourism-wise, Spice Mass 2022 was successful. However, he could not say the same for other aspects of the festivities, as some locals could not have returned home due to the exorbitant cost of airfare.
Well, it depends on what angle you're looking at. You know, the hotels were all full. We had a very safe carnival relative to this last incident. There are things that you can say, yes. If that is what you're deeming as success, then score one, you know. For me, I deem things different in terms of what I'm looking for in terms of success, to say a massive success. I saw many Grenadians not being able to make it back home because of the flights, right? In terms of not the availability, but the pricing. So definitely, and I mean, for me, I can't understand why you can go to Barbados for $550 and $600 US right there, so close to us, but $4,000 to come here.
Gill responded to Steele's statement, adding that airlift had not returned to normal since the pandemic.
The issue of airlift, as it is now, is a direct, the pandemic has had a direct impact on the issue of airlift. So that airlift is not back yet as per normal. That's the thing, you know. I mean, remember in 2019, for instance, we had Delta coming in from the US to Grenada. Delta is not back as yet. We only have JetBlue and American Airlines coming from the major cities of the US. So that the issue of travel is not uniquely carnival related.
For GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
All right, we have an update on the TAMCC story. It's a response from the TAMCC principal, Dr. Ronald Brunton. It reads, and I quote, "Please note that the principal continues to support salary increases for the workers of the college. However, the principal cannot act alone or make decisions unilaterally. The principal can only act when provided with the resources and authorization by the college Council and the Ministry of Education. The principal expects that the interests of students and the public must take priority in resolving the current impasse." So again, a response there about the TAMCC principal coming into us a short time ago. Men in Grenada are being cautioned to make better health choices to live a healthier life. More in this report.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Brentwood, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Grenadian men are warned to make better choices with what they eat and drink as a means of avoiding serious health issues. One of the leading causes of death in men is prostate cancer, along with cardiovascular diseases and complications from living with diabetes. Community nutritionist Akim Williams believes a man's environment can affect his health choices.
How is our environment affecting what we eat? Because yes, we can choose, like Dr. Martin rightfully said, but also what we eat is also impacted by what we learn. Okay. When you go to the grocery store, what's right in front of you? What makes up 80% of the grocery store? So, correct. Right. If we look at where men work and where they play, if we look at when I'm hungry, what do I go for? What's the first thing I grab for? It's either going to be a fast food. When I talk to the few male clients that I do get, you hear it's a roti. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a roti, but when you look at the consistency of the meals over the lifespan, I think that's where we see some of the greatest problems.
The nutritionists highlighted the key nutritional intake for men that can have them live healthier lives.
Know that across the macronutrients, so that's protein, carbs, and fats, but protein and energy, let's say calories, is generally higher for men. Typically because of the build, like Dr. Martin mentioned, and the ability to work. When we look at the micronutrients, for example, the B1, B2s, and B3s, those we know help with metabolism and help with, again, the body convert the micronutrients into energy for us to work. Again, in supporting the overall development of the body, we're looking at things like magnesium and zinc especially, right? Those play a really important role. Now, again, we did mention that if it is at that stage that we haven't set the precedent for consuming a balanced diet, consuming things that are local, that's not traveling across the globe to get here, that's eventually diminishing in nutritional value.
Local medical doctor and primary health expert Dr. Francis Martin says the life of men changes after age 30 and explained that in order to avoid major health problems, men must pay closer attention to their bodies.
The testosterone levels in men starts to drop after 30 by 1% every year. Wow. By the time he's 40, 10% gone. Wow. By the time he's 50, 20% gone. And when that happens, the entire man as we know him starts to deteriorate. Wow. And granted, this is a 30-year-old man who feels that he's in the prime of his life, who feels that he can party every night, who feels that he can eat all sorts of things, including some of the things we have around the place that we call thing for the back and things for the this. That is another myth we have to discuss, because at that 30 to 40-year-old man who feel that he's all good and he's doing all the kind of thing that even decreases his testosterone even further. But
the doctor and nutritionist were speaking on a new program that focuses on men's health at the Government Information Service. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
The men who operate Harbour Master have been released, but the vessel remains seized. That's what's creating a buzz on social media.
We present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz report.
GBN Social Buzz is reaching beyond the local platform to share with you what's trending on social media. We browse the World Wide Web and bring to you the topics inciting the most reaction and debate among users. Lawyers of Harbour Master vessel owners say the next step is to get the boat on bail so that some level of business activity can resume on the boat, as the boat has seen a great financial loss since its seizure.
Local lawyers defending Harbour Master Cruises says their next move is to seek bail for the boat. The boat was seized last Friday by sea marshals after documents were filed in the Supreme Court by Derek Sylvester, the attorney representing the Peters brothers. Cadgington Hood, one of the lawyers representing the vessel, says the owners have noted great financial loss due to the seizure of the vessel. The defense team's aim now is to reach an agreement that will satisfy both parties involved in the matter.
Social media users took to the comment section to express concerns about this latest development. The following views are of members of the public and not of the GBN. Tabitha said the substantive matter was dealt with. If there is anything further, photograph the boat and release it. You can't leave the boat left exposed to the elements as well. Also, it's losing revenue. The judiciary of Grenada is to be commended for its quick and decisive sentencing, and I know our people will continue to support our Caribbean brothers and sisters, their countries and citizens. Courtney said, yes, I concur that Grenadian court dealt with the case expeditiously. Tommy said, the civil matter is still pending. Why would one let the only available asset leave the state of Grenada? Maybe common sense is scarce by my side, but Judith said, the court should have fined them more for what they have done to Anderson and his brother. I being on many boat rides, and people may start acting stupid, especially when they consume alcohol. Why beat them and throw them in the water? Suppose he could not have swam. What will happen? They're too wicked. What they should have done, restrain the individual, not beat them and throw them in the water. The boat should be banned from coming to Grenada. Crystal said, this will look now like either the courts or the Treasury of Grenada is looking to make money off this seizing of this. It's like the payoff will boost the island's pocket. Hope this matter is treated fairly because God is watching and listening. Alan said, let the captain of the boat hold responsibility for the payments because it's his workers. If no payment is made, then seize the boat. Everyone knows how fast someone could disappear in Trinidad. If they want bail, let the captain put his boat as security. Simple as that. Rochelle said Spice Mass must bear some responsibility. You don't bring in foreigners to take the bread out of your own people's mouth. Gilbert said, a lot of local businessmen does suffer loss when attending court cases. What's the difference now? And Laurel said, deduct your loss from your crew members' salaries, them that cause your loss. That's what's buzzing tonight. We encourage you, our viewers and listeners, to submit your think pieces on trending topics locally, regionally, and internationally via our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
Still to come, the Chinese ambassador says the People's Republic of China and Grenada remain committed to diplomatic relations.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Granville, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Be ready for school with the coolest deals from Courts. Free gift with your back-to-school purchases. Plus big discounts on cell phones, computers, printers, televisions, and more. Shop today with no cash and get instant credit on 3 to 48 months credit plan. Save big with great deals and head back to school in style. Only from Courts. Bringing value home. Conditions apply.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one pro.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pockets every month. Plus now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
Welcome back. The People's Republic of China and Grenada continue to enjoy mutual benefits. Chinese Ambassador Wei Hongtiang said that he met with Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell and members of his cabinet and discussed ways to further strengthen the technical cooperation between both countries.
We had detailed exchange of views and achieved a broad consensus on how to further strengthen the practical cooperation in the fields of infrastructure, agriculture, education, culture, human resource training and capacity building, disaster preparedness and mitigation, creative economy, and so on. All all the ministers thank China for the long-term assistance and support.
The Chinese ambassador gave an update on the resurfacing project at the Maurice Bishop International Airport, which is on target for completion in July of 2023. He said China remains committed to the diplomatic relations of the two countries and announced some of the projects that can be expected.
The Agriculture Technical Cooperation project is expected to start before October this year and will last for 3 years. The renovation project of the National Cricket Stadium will also commence very soon with an implementation period of 14 months.
Ambassador Hong Tiang spoke about the many opportunities that China has provided to Grenada, which include a $50,000 donation to the National Disaster Management Agency. He said he's hoping to reach out more to the local community. The GBN ISO lens capture Acting Prime Minister and Minister for Infrastructure Dennis Cornwall on duty. Take a look.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISO is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
In tonight's ISAW, we feature photographs of an update of the Monkuma Road project. The project, which started in 2021, is nearing completion. Acting Prime Minister and Minister for Infrastructure Dennis Cornwall joined Parliamentary Representative for St. George's Northeast Ron Redhead on a trip to the Monkuma Road project to get a first-hand view and an update on the project's status. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 205-3052 or our other social media platforms.
The weather up next, followed by the sports news and around the globe.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Good evening, sporting fans. Windward Islands will be hoping for a change of fortune when they clash with Barbados in the third round of matches in the CWI Rising Stars Under-19 tournament. This after losing to Jamaica by 201 runs yesterday. Scores on the match: Jamaica 265 for 10 and 299 for 5 declared. Windwards 172 and 121 all out. The Windwards drew their opening clash against Leewards. The team had a full practice session today. Windwards will play Barbados on Saturday. Well, it's promising to be an action-packed Friday as West Indies hunt a second victory in their one-day international series against New Zealand tomorrow morning. Shamar Brooks stroked a delightful 79 off 91 balls as West Indies outplayed New Zealand to win the first match in grand style on the lights on Wednesday night. Set a target of 191, the home side eased off 39 overs to take a 1-0 lead in the three-match series. The victory ended a run of 3 straight clean sweeps to Pakistan, Bangladesh and India and marked the West Indies' first one-day international win over the Black Caps in their last 6 meetings.
T20 series and playing a pivotal role here for the West Indies. Swept away fine. And from Trent Bolt. But it's not going to matter. It's still going to race away for 4. Nice controlled sweep shot. Another boundary.
Edged and gone. Nicholas Pooran looked quite awkward in completing that stroke. But more importantly for New Zealand, they've gotten the breakthrough.
Just 2 balls after the resumption.
Edged and should be 4. Quite a controlled shot from Shamar Brooks. He didn't try to hit it too hard. That should be another boundary. Gets it. Looked in full control, Shamar Brooks.
Clean him up. Trent Bolt gets the wicket, gets the breakthrough. A light strike for New Zealand, just the angle from around the wicket from Bolt. Shamar Brooks outstanding with the bat, 79. It should be a match-winning innings, and the West Indies are 172 for 5.
A clarion call has again been made for a larger swim facility on the island. The latest call comes on the heels of the recently completed World Athletics Championships. Grenada was represented by Tilly Colomo and Zachary Gresham. Gresham posted 4 new national records, while both swimmers recorded a number of personal best times. However, while both were lauded by national coach Amanda Dean, she says an under-par facility remains their biggest challenge.
You know, in Grenada, we are at a disadvantage. We are working off the back foot because of the tiny little pool we have in Good Hope. And we've been trying to remedy this and try and get a new pool built for many years, 20 years out here. And when I came to the island 7 years ago, I was like, we need a big pool, we need a new pool. And everybody said, yes, well, one day. But I feel like I've waited 7 years and my swimmers have waited a long time, and I feel it's time for a new swimming pool. I don't think we need a big 50-meter swimming pool. I think we need a good 25-meter pool that is affordable and can be maintained. So I'm really looking forward to being able to do that.
From the pool to the football pitch, another 2 local footballers are being given an opportunity to play on a professional level in Spain. The announcement was made yesterday. The 2 players are Stefan Abraham from Paradise SC and Roma Frank from FC Camojon.
A trial with a club in Valencia, Spain. Leaving on Saturday, they'll be there for 2 weeks. It's a proper trial. The club is asking that they get there before the transfer window closes on August 31st. The players are Stefan Abraham from Paradise and Roma Frank from FC Camojon. Those 2 individuals should be leaving shortly. We're working on the details with the club. And as I said, they should be leaving as soon as Saturday.
GFA President Marlon Glean talking there. He says the opportunities are open to everyone.
So over the next couple of months, we expect to see more and more players leaving for trials with clubs. There's another club that are looking at 2 other players. It's a club in Latvia and another club in Malta was inquiring about 2 players also. So the hope is that we can start seeing players going out and getting a good chance at getting an opportunity to play professional football and playing professional football at a very high level.
That's the sports news for now. The parliamentary opposition in Jamaica has slammed the government for dropping the ball on education. According to the People's National Party, schools are not ready for the new school year. TVJ News has more.
The clock is ticking, and in another 2 weeks, schools will reopen. Like previous years, there are concerns about the readiness of institutions ahead of the new school term. Those concerns have heightened due to the resignation of scores of teachers, some of whom have left for the figurative greener pastures overseas.
The desire for better is a natural human tendency that those who get the opportunity will always take. However, Jamaica must make itself more competitive for the retention of our skills.
Principals have warned that it will be a major challenge for school administrators to find replacements for teachers who are leaving the classrooms. However, Education Minister Favour Williams is adamant that there is no widespread migration of teachers. She noted that only some schools are experiencing the problem. But speaking at a media briefing Wednesday, opposition spokesman on education Damien Crawford warned the shortage in educators could affect the subject areas of mathematics, modern languages, and science.
So while attrition of 3% is not alarming, the continuous attrition of 3% and the attrition of 16, 20, 40% from mathematics, 70% from technical subjects, that is of great concern. And so that is why we believe that hiding under the rocks is not the strategy, but creativity.
As monkeypox gets closer to Guyana's borders, Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony is making it known that obtaining vaccines to combat the virus is proven difficult. HGP TV reports.
With monkeypox cases climbing in neighboring Brazil, Guyana has moved to monitor its borders and ports of entry. But what is more worrying is a statement made on Tuesday by the country's health minister, Dr. Frank Anthony, that obtaining vaccines to combat the virus is a difficult task.
The amount of vaccines that we are looking for is relatively small, and therefore to source it directly it would be challenging.
Dr. Anthony said this while updating the nation that Guyana has been preparing itself by trying to obtain vaccines to combat the virus if the need arises. The minister related that his government has placed an order with the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, to get a limited amount of these vaccines because sourcing it directly is a bit challenging. He explained that this is so because only one company is producing the vaccines and there is a current global shortage.
And we also have to understand that there is a global shortage of these vaccines.
Further afield, dozens of people, including a prominent Muslim leader, have been killed in a powerful explosion at a mosque in the Afghan capital. It happened during evening prayers in Kabul on Wednesday. More from Al Jazeera.
This mosque in Kabul was packed with people when a bomb exploded. A prominent cleric, Maulvi Amir Mohammed Kabuli, was killed in the attack. So were many of his students.
It was evening prayer time and I was attending the prayers with others when the explosion happened. It was a very powerful blast inside the mosque. Many people were martyred and wounded.
Some of the victims were brought to this hospital, which is run by an Italian humanitarian organisation.
From the blast, we received in total 35 patients. 2 were dead on arrival. 1 died in our emergency room. 8 received treatment and were later on discharged, while 24 are admitted in our hospital. Mainly the injuries are due to the shell and burn.
Outside the hospital, relatives waited for news. Some of them were in the mosque when the bomb exploded. They said people were hurled through the windows by the force of the blast.
Stay with us. We'll remind you of the headlines in a moment. A reminder of the headlines. 4 men accused of multi-million-dollar drug trafficking committed to stand trial and granted bail. 4 trainees in Harbour Master fracas released. Infrastructure Minister Dennis Cornwall discusses financing for health and education projects in Carriacou with CDB officials. In Around the Globe regionally, opposition party in Jamaica worried that schools are not ready for new school year. Internationally, prominent Muslim leader among dozens killed in Kabul blast. And in the sports news, Roma Frank and Stefan Abram off on football trials in Spain. We wish them both the very best. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online, gbn.gd, or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Kenroy, Baptiste. That's the news. Thanks for joining us. Good night.